The trust of thousands of buyers from across the country has been broken by their builder. And if you're one of them, you'd probably be asking, what can you do? Let's get in a legal opinion. Abhimanyu Bhandari, he's a legal expert. He's joining us now on an online chat for CJ Plus. Hi Abhimanyu, thanks for speaking to us. Now you just heard Sahil calling out to other buyers like him to come together and speak to the builder. Do you think it's a good idea? And also, what are the legal options that Sahil and other buyers like him have?
Megha, I understand this this anguish of Sahil, and really it is not only Sahil's anguish but many consumers' anguish. A buyer can, of course, has various legal remedies. He can go to the consumer forum if he's a genuine buyer and not an investor. If he's an investor, then he has to go to a civil court and initiate a suit for breach of contract and damages or specific performance, or he can initiate arbitration if there's an arbitration clause in his sale agreement or allotment letter. But really the question, Megha, is not whether one should go to court. The question is that, if people start going to court and getting decrees, for example, many people have got decrees saying that they should be refunded the entire amount with 18% interest, then that is going to choke the builder more. And this is not going to be in the interest of the larger buyers, because a few people may get a huge amount of interest and compensation, but the large chunk of buyers who will be left remediless if the company goes into liquidation. Therefore, it is important that all the buyers get together, form a association or a RWA, what we call, and go and engage with the builder.
Thank you, Abhimanyu. Now, Sahil's case is a classic case of builder missing the deadlines, diverting funds, also changing layout plans. The answer to the brazenness of the builder could probably be the Real Estate Regulatory and Development Act. Now, when this act becomes the law, that is when every state ratifies it, it is going to ensure certain things. Let me just broadly outline them for you. Number one, 70% of the funds that a builder gets from one project are to be kept in a separate bank account, and these funds are then going to be utilized in the completion and construction of this one project. Now, what this is going to ensure is that the builder doesn't use this money to invest in other properties. Meanwhile, this one project remains incomplete. Number two, if there is a deadline breach, that means there is a delay in possession, the builder will have to give the same interest as the EMI that's being paid by the buyer. And number three, the builder, after selling the property, cannot make any changes to the plans without the written consent of the buyer. Yes, that is RERA, but the implementation of this act is going to take time. Meanwhile, if you're a buyer, you'd probably want to know what are the checks and practices that you can incorporate while looking at buying a flat. Let's ask real estate expert Vineet Singh. He's joining us on an online chat with CJ Plus today. Thanks, Vineet, for speaking to us. Are there any checks and practices that a buyer can utilize before investing in a flat so that they can choose a builder that is less likely to breach their trust?
Well, Megha, there are no star ratings, or there is no rating as such from any credit agency on kind and quality of builders. So the utmost that consumers can do is visit the past projects, check with residents who are living there, try to find out whether the past projects have been delivered on time. It is not only about delivery, it is about kind and quality of construction. If the builder is a listed company, go and check the books online. All the data is available online. What is the cash flow situation of the builder? Are they profitable? Are they not profitable? And I think try to book projects which are approved by home loan authorities.
Vineet, what is the responsibility of government agencies? Now, in this case, we saw Maple Group was doing this big fraud, and thankfully there was a citizen who raised the alarm. But can the responsibility of background checks be put on individual buyers?
So yes, Megha, I really applaud the efforts of Vijay Kumar and others as far as this project is concerned. The regulatory authority needs to mitigate the risk at the time of launch and approvals. I just want them to lay down simple guidelines on the basis of which projects get launched in India. If this simple thing gets achieved, that hey builder, you want to launch a project, you can only start advertising, whether in print or TV or radio or online, is when you get these approvals, and every ad of real estate will carry these approvals. Plus disclosure on ownership of land. Okay, we are seeing a lot of projects where 6-7 years have gone by, 100% of money has been paid for the buyers. Now suddenly it has come to light that the builder has not paid for the land even. Okay, and Noida authority or some other authority is fighting with the builder because for the last 5-7 years they have not paid for the land. How as a normal consumer will I come to know something like this?